Hey there, it's Jessica Joy, and this is the room that there is going to be a pornography resolution hearing in about an hour. So when I do hearing, I always you want to be there as early as possible. Why is that? Because you're expecting everything that can go wrong is definitely going to go wrong. You'll get lost, or you'll get a flat tire, or your phone will die just magically. So you are always conscious that something's always going to go wrong. I'm a missionary's daughter, so my dad is like, we go on every trip assuming everything's going to go wrong, but we are trusting in God. So you go in knowing, oh my goodness, this is going to take all day, or something's going to go wrong. But you go in as early as you can. Like you saw that super long line. There's hundreds of high schoolers here today. What a great thing. Happy President's Day. So I get here early and I kind of scope out the room, and then I park next to a plug-in. See that plug-in? So that my phone, it's so magical. Your phone is going to die on the hearing day. A lot of states will allow you to film, or they won't allow you to film. Always bring your tripod so that your arm doesn't fall off, and that you get there early so that you're by the wall and you get your seat. And always know that there's going to be millions of bills going through on the same day. So you're just waiting for your number to be called. So in some states, this is different per state. I want you to see this. Okay, so this is where you sit to testify. And for example, when we were in Texas and there was hundreds of people testifying, they would call them up in groups. And so you had to get really quick on your feet. So some states will allow you 1 minute or 2 minute or 3 minute. You just have to be ask questions. How long do we have to testify? And then when you're focusing on pornography, you always bring it back to children. If this person or myself was not exposed to pornography as a child, would it have groomed this situation, ... Child on child molestation, porn-induced erectile dysfunction, your 10-year-old's raping the entire neighborhood because that's what I saw in porn. So if without the product that distributes the product of the internet, would ... would have happened. And you're trying, yes, you could have lost your marriage. Whenever people hear choices of people who are over the age of 18, their eyes glaze over and they stop caring. It's really weird, but nobody cares that all my friends are dead in the porn industry. No one cares. And so I come in knowing they don't care. And unless you bring the focus back onto children, it's so sad but true, people do not care if you are talking about people who are over the age of 18 and consenting. So another thing that you're wanting to keep your eye for, when you get to a state house, and this is different per state house, they said in the elevator, they just started this, you fill out a witness form, and they're probably they're paying attention if you're a constituent, and it's going to go, I guess, into the big file. But I'm going to talk to media today because let me tell you this. The 2 or 3 minutes that I'm allowed today has it's, and this is what I told the people with the abolition hearing down in Texas, is that, you can testify all day long, you can testify all night long, and the legislators in Texas who are pro life, they still chose to regulate murder for another 50 years because they want the right to life endorsement for their reelection. See, it's all funky. We were supposed to get into office, do the Lord's work, and get out. So unfortunately, it's corrupt because there's been no accountability. So anyways, I get here early, I fill out the situation. I always set up by a plug-in. Some states allow you to film, some states don't allow you to film. Definitely ask beforehand, because if you start filming and you're not allowed to, and they see that you're coming up to testify, they already don't like you. So some states use the word delegate, some states use the word representative. You're trying to find out the lingo that they use, because if you use the wrong, if you don't call somebody a delegate, if you call somebody a delegate when you're supposed to call them a representative, they get really offended and they'll kill porn legislation over being offended that you called them the wrong name. If it sounds petty, it's absolutely petty. We have kids addicted to pornography because because people are offended and they kill each other's bill. Well, you didn't vote for my bill, so I'm going to kill your bill, and you didn't vote for my bill. So trust me, if you watch Days of Our Lives, being in hearings and learning the culture of your state house, you're going to learn that it's all days of our lives. No one really wants to protect the family. Nobody is walking the halls to protect the family. It has everything of, did you vote for their bill? Because they're not going to vote for your bill if you didn't vote for their bill. And it truly is like that catty, because no one keeps these folks accountable. So back with that Texas conversation is that there were hundreds of people, there were kids laying all over the floor, sleeping through the night. Little Billy, Christians went out to their cars and brought in blankets and pillows and food and to take care of each other. And there's like no news media around. So if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears, nobody hears. So when I first started in pornography legislation, I was filming. I was doing ABC, Fox News, CBS News, NBC, because I was sounding the bullhorn. People need to know this is happening. People need to know that someone is fighting for kids. People need to know that someone is in the state house representing them. And if you're not in your state house, who's in your state house? Big tech with their little greedy money, their pockets and their hands are in everybody's pockets. No one is representing families in the state houses. I can't even say that enough. I'm talking about a society that completely needs to change, as in what I saw in Oklahoma. They're like, are you going to be at the state house today? Because, oh, okay, so you'll be there in the morning, I'll be there in the afternoon. Like, the culture in Oklahoma is that someone is always at the state house. Someone is, if we are not represented, if we are not pounding the halls, if we are not lobbying, who is lobbying? If our side is not speaking up for us, who is speaking for us? No one is speaking up for us. So I love the culture I see in Oklahoma. Oklahoma today, the abolitionists are heading to the state house to demand the Senate to have a hearing. Have a hearing. Just give the bill a hearing. And so today I'm here in Missouri, and at another resolution hearing. Oh, so everybody can get their family policy endorsement. Good job. But yet they're going to sit on the pornography filter bill. How dare you? How dare you? We are demanding the enforcement of our current obscenity codes. We are demanding the enforcement of our current tech liability. This is product liability suit. The fact that there's parental controls is admittance to a defective product. So I'm not, another resolution. I'm so proud that you filed. Oh, good job. I'm so proud. You guys are all going to vote for this so you can get your re-election. Yay. And then you're going to sit on the porn filter bill for the third year. Do you guys see how corrupt this is? And yet they're going to get an endorsement by a family organization, and then they're going to tell all their friends, like, look, I'm protecting the family. No, I'm going to teach the church how to pull up bills. These people, I cannot wait to get inside your churches and start teaching people how to track bills and keep these people accountable. You filed a bill. There's 4,000 or 5,000 filed every single year. Oh, and then there's 3,000 that are actually introduced. And then there's less than that actually get assigned to, got through committee. And then they die before they go into the other chamber. Like, we're re-electing people for figuring out where the Legislative Service Office is. I've been to more legislative service offices than most legislators. I've spent more time in legislative service than most all your legislators. Working and working and working and working hard for language that will not be ripped out, destroyed, compromised, and watered down. So this is work. This is fight. This is fight face. This is fight mode. And I don't have mercy for family policymakers. You've had 30-something years. You were never planning on taking on porn legislation. So you think I'm going to back down? You think I'm going to be nice? You've had 30-plus years to protect the family, and you chose not to. I have no mercy on you. I have no mercy. I am nicer to Verizon, Samsung, Chamber of Commerce than I am to the people who have paraded around, taken the church's money, and refused to protect the family. Another golf tournament, another chicken dinner, fundraiser gala. You are stealing from the church, and I'm here to tell on you. Not on my watch.